Hi there folks, welcome back to Mossy Roots Farm. So like I stated in a previous video, I'm going to show you guys how to make up some chicken food, pig food, whatever type of critter food you got, and I'll take you through the whole process. Alrighty folks, well hopefully the wind isn't too terrible. So what I'm doing here is just getting the grain out into our buckets. Sometimes I'll shake them a little bit because they kind of fill up one side of the bucket, and then I'll go for some more. Oh, made a mess. And then once I'm done, I'll just scrape all this, or shake it, and then get it all down. And we take our buckets over to our scale. All right, now that we're at our scale, what I'll do is I'll turn it on. It's just a 50-pound maximum scale, just cheapy off Amazon. And the scale zeroes out automatically. So I'll put a full bucket of feed on our scale. I'll figure out the weight. Then I'll take our bucket. This is an empty bucket, but I'll take it over to our cement mixer and I'll pour it in there. Then I keep track of how much I have in there. Like right now I have 57.5 pounds of grain in there. And the reason that's important is because I need to know how much mineral and calcium and such to add based upon what animal I'm making this food for. So once I bring my empty bucket back over here, I get my weight on my empty bucket. Usually I tear it out with it off, with it full. So like right now, it tears out at minus 1.64 ounces. 1 pound, 6.4 ounces, I'm sorry. And then I'll put the bucket back on there and then I'll see the weight. This is a bad example because it's at 0 because it's empty, but I think you guys get the idea. Then, once I know how much food, how much mineral I need to add, I will put it all into the mixer and I'll mix it up. I'll set it, usually the third notch here is where I set it. Well, 2 notches visible, I should say. And then I'll turn my mixer on. And then the mixer will mix until I think that it's done mixing. And then all I do is pour it back out into these buckets. Once I pour it into these buckets, we'll take it up to the house or to the animals, wherever the animals are, and we'll either dump them into another barrel that's easier to get a scoop out of, something like this trash can. So like something like this where we can scoop it out and measure it that way, or like with our chickens, we have an automatic feeder, so we just dump these barrels right into our chicken feeders. And then that's how we make food for our animals. Now, I'm sure you got a couple other questions, like where do you get the mineral? What all do you add? Why do you add it? Such things like that. Well, we're lucky enough to find a place close by that sells minerals, and their tags, their feed tags, will actually tell us what it needs. So like, for example, our pig mineral needs 50 pounds of mineral to 2,000 pounds of animal food. So we know based on every 80 pounds that I do, I need 2 pounds of mineral. Our chickens, same way. Our chickens, that'll tell you on the feed bag, and then we add extra calcium because the feed bags themselves don't add enough. So I know if I have 80 pounds of mineral or 80 pounds of feed mixed into my cement mixer over there, I need to add, I think it's like 6 pounds of calcium. Now that's important to not just copy my numbers because my feed's going to be different than your feed. Like right now in this wagon behind me here, we have 14% protein. We did have 16% protein. And in our trash can you saw me get into earlier is soybean meal, which is 46% protein. Well, 46 to 48, but ours is 46. If I add 48% instead of 46, I'll get a totally different end ration. So it's very important to not just copy my numbers, but to actually change them based on your situation. And if that's something you guys want to see, if you guys want to see the math behind that, I might make a video of it if there's enough demand for some math on how to figure all that out. Because I could show you how to figure out if Tractor Supply's chicken food is 12% with 14% calcium or something, whatever, you can get the exact same feed from a feed mill with a quarter of the cost involved. Now, yes, gravity wagons are more expensive, but we'll buy 4 5,000 pounds of feed at a time and then not buy feed for 6 months. So that's why we do it, because I don't want to go down to the feed store and buy 800 bags of feed, you know. I just want to be able to get it in a gravity wagon and call it a day. So, but thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.